Hi, everybody. It's Amy again here at Sage Connections, doing your weekly reading for January 8th to, I believe, the 14th, which is Sunday. So, uh, let's get into it, okay? I've already drawn the cards. I use the Psycho Tarot cards from John Holland. It's my go-to deck. I say this every single week. I guess I'm saying it again. Okay, so let's start. Today's date, right? All right, so here we go, which is all about a two, which is so funny and ironic that if you add up today's date, it would equal a two as well. So two is all about attraction. This card is the wishing game and it is on the spiritual section of John Holland's card deck, which is about spiritual and beliefs, right? So, how this works. So, you're waiting. It is. That's what it is. You've planted the seeds. Now you've worked really hard to implement things into your world. To now you're just waiting for it to come to fact or fruition or whatever you want to call it. So it's all about the choices and decisions that you've made in the past, and that it is about taking action on those choices that you made in the past, and maybe even about reevaluating, using your intuition, you know, uh, you know, but do it smartly, you know, about that. Um, Trying to get more information here. Okay. It's also a very highly intuitive card. Okay. You're very, very connected today. Don't let it go to your head. And that remember who you are. So that's a really important theme, it seems like. It keeps on going right back to remember who you are. You've gotten things in place, some belief systems, and you know to start manifesting in this area. And you're very highly intuitive today, and just don't let that intuitiveness, you know, put you put you in a place that you're not really your true self, authentic self. Okay. Um, Sometimes that can happen. Try not to let that happen. I'm pretty sure you guys won't. So, okay. So Tuesday. I don't like this card, but it came up. Number 5 is all about changes. Um, and this is in the physical world or section of John Holland's deck. Financial material changes. So something's changing. It's either good or bad. There could be some challenges or some loss that might occur today. It's not about being a punishment, guys. It is it is a lesson to be learned, that to understand that you have the ability, um, and that it needs to be acknowledged, that you have the ability to create your own financial wealth, and that with the faith and within yourself and the faith in the universe will make sure that your needs are met. um this has this change has to happen for you to be able to connect the dots and say, okay, what am I learning here? What um can I do to avoid this situation next time? But there might be some changes that are happening, but look at it as a positive and not a negative, okay? Because changes are always good. These are opportunities for us to learn and to experience, um, You know, it is what it is, but have faith in yourself that you have the resources within yourself to be able to overcome whatever the loss might be. Sometimes they put challenges out to us to remind us exactly who we are and how resort or how we can overcome. And hate to tell you, Tuesday's going to be one of those days. So with that being said, let's talk about Wednesday. Wednesday, excuse me, got an itch in my nose, so I'm right on. So okay, Wednesday. Ooh, there we go. That's even better. There you go. Okay, so it's a number 4 energy, which is all about foundations and achievements, right? But this is on the emotional side of the deck. And this is the last day we have, you know, minor cards until Sunday. So this is boredom and disconnect. Okay. Now, this is boredom and disconnect from our emotions, not from everything else, but our emotions. And we have to understand that first off, okay? Because it doesn't sound very good. But these are feelings of restlessness, that something's not moving as fast as we want emotionally, and that, you know, we're, we don't, we've been putting all our energy into this and it's not moving. It's not happening the way we thought we were. Again, there's expectations out there that we shouldn't have any in the first place. So we need to address that issue and kind of put that on the back burner and give up how things are going to happen. But if you're so focused on this, you might miss out on other opportunities that are coming emotionally for you at this time. So it's saying, this one area you might be boredom, you know, or disconnected here because you're a little wondering if it ever will come, you know. Um, but when we have those feelings, what we need to do is to go within and get a clear picture. And when we start feeling those feelings, we got to find out what the real stuff is, what is true and what is not true, and how we feel about things. And we need to go with our heart, and we need to either reunite it or move on. It's as simple as that. If something is not going, and it's okay if you do move on. Now, people say, well, I can't just move away from people that I spent so much time in. If it's not doing you any good, if it's making you feel negative about you, or that you're disappointed all the time, then it might be a thought to look within yourself and see if you would be happier elsewhere than staying in a situation that doesn't do you any good. Because that person's not getting the full benefit either. People don't realize that if you're not feeling good, you're pushing that off on other people about things because you don't have great things to say and you don't put positive energy in it. It is just there. And wow, that's a message for me. See how that works sometimes? I give out messages to you and I get one back at me. So, you got to ignite that passion again so you can affect more people, you know? Um, but it's more about the journey within yourself. This is what I'm getting, than outside forces, because 2018 is 11 year. Okay, 11 year is about mastery. Okay, mastering you. You, by the end of this year, you will know you so well that you can make decisions and be very confident on it. After this year, if you constantly work on you, I guarantee that there will be a shift and a transformation that happens, that you will be so confident in what you do. And it's about applying the concepts that you've had learned and acting, a lot of acting. This year is requiring action. We're not just mouth talking it, we have to actually act and do the work. As long as we're doing the hard work, things will happen. Okay, with that being said, okay, so we get to Thursday, right? Thursday, major energy coming in on Thursday. And it's a zero. Zeros are, and this is a new beginning. So, zero and energy. How do I put zero energy? Zero energy is when new ideas, it is like several energies in one, or the lack of energy in one, maybe. That things just clear out and you're able to receive new and creative ideas. That's how I feel about zero energy. Now, in like normal tarot cards, this would be the Fool. So when you have this energy come in and kind of like with the Fool, you have to have like a childlike point of view, like with fresh eyes, and see it from a different perspective than you normally do. A child doesn't think about budget. A child doesn't think about the margin. You know, a child thinks, is this going to do? Is this going to make me happy? Oh, this looks fun. Let's go. You know, that kind of action is required on Thursday. Um, and this is going to happen inside of you. Okay. So this is not an outside force. This is within you, that you will be able to maybe come up with an idea and then you stir it around a lot of times. I get the sense that people that I'm the opposite. If I get a great idea, I go and ask everybody their opinion. Sometimes, though, that's not the wisest thing to do. I've learned from past experiences of my own life that that's not the best thing that happens. Okay, so let me adjust myself because I'm feeling a little off kilter. So here. All right, so now Friday. Friday is a big day. It's all about following your intuition on Friday. It's a two, about attracting what you want coming into your life and realizing that your intuition is going to get you there. Okay, and to follow that. Okay, don't. A lot of us want to use our logic, and Friday's not the day to do it. Okay, but if it's like your intuition is telling you to jump off a bridge, don't do that. Okay, you know better than that. That's not intuition. This is your gut feelings. You're gonna look for the synchronicity. I can't say the word, but you know the signs. You know, and to connect the dots. People are just going to show up out of nowhere. And this would be the High Priestess card, before I forget again, which is a highly intuitive card. Um, and in normal tarot, that's the highest intuitive card. Um, this card is like the language of the soul, okay? So it's about able to connect to divine purpose as well. Um, there's going to be some things that are going to happen that just going to get you rolling on the way you're supposed to go. Is that's the best way I can describe that. And then Saturday, because of Friday, and if you have the courage enough to do it, okay? It's a number 4, which is 4 is about foundation, which is so funny that this in the normal tarot deck is the death card. Now, people get scared on this card, transformation. But you have to think transformation has to happen for you to get better or to make a change. Transformation is an action card. So if you're willing enough to act upon what you believe in and not fight it, go with it, then you'll come out on the other end. It's also sometimes brings up the fears that we have to our face so we can face them. And if we don't face them, then Sunday's going to happen, which is the 8th. 8 about manifesting trapped in our own fears. Okay? This weekend, it's about overcoming. It's overcoming our fears. There's some kind of aspect that's going to happen that we're going to have to face it. And we have two choices. Everything's about choice and decision to make. We can either face it head on and work through the fear, or we can push it aside and be trapped in it. I mean, it's our choice. We could be trapped in it. But hopefully you'll choose to face it and embrace the new changes that are coming. It kind of feels like that you're on you're on that roller coaster of life, right? And you're on the tip of it. You're about ready to have smooth sailings, and it's just a couple more fears to go, and it's like tick 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 tick, and you can either get stuck there, or you can go down the hill and let life take go flying by and smooth sailings from that point on. But I'm not saying there's not going to be some ups and downs, because life is all about ups and downs anyway. And that's how we learn. And it's about how we have our intentions out there and how we stay in the form of grace that makes it better. Well, that was this week. Next week, I'm trying to get out these 2018 reports, and part of me says there's a whole bunch of people doing it. So I'm just going to do it here, a little spiffet. And hopefully they waited until the end. A lot of people get bored in the middle of it if it's more than 8 minutes long, and this one is probably, yeah. So maybe I'll just go out and do a real quick one and then come back. I think that's what I'm going to do, So I'll talk to you guys later, and come and join us. We have personal life coaching this week, and our intuitive development class plus Reiki share. So if you like this, then subscribe. Go to our website to check out times and dates. And that is at www.sageconnectionsva.com. Bye.